All right, data analysts, in this video, I am going to go over the CODAP portion of the exam review, just to kind of show you how this all works. If you're kind of confused, if you don't remember from the beginning of the year, this will be a good review for you. So to get started, the first thing we need to do is we need to get some data to put into this new document that we're going to create. So in CODAP, create a new document. And to get the data, you actually go to Google Classroom. If you go to the semester exam resources, if you look at this grad school admissions CSV for CODAP, this right here is what we're going to download. So sometimes it's a little funky, doesn't let you download it right away, so you have to open it in a new window. And when you do that, now it'll allow you to download it. So that'll end up in your downloads folder. And then you can go back to CODAP, and in your new document, you'll import some data, and it's going to be a local file. If you have it, you can just click and drag it. The other thing you could do is just click on that space. So let's say I didn't do this. The other way that I could get that data, if we import, is by clicking in this space and then actually finding that in your downloads. So either way, whatever works for you. Oh, looks like I'm going to replace the existing set with this one. Cool. All right, so we've got that data imported, and if it's not up there, you can put the table there. We actually don't need this table. What we need is a graph. So if you pull up that graph, this is what we're actually going to use to do the analysis. So you can close out that data. All you need is this graph here. And the first question on here, it says what percentage of applicants were admitted. So if we're looking, we need to figure out if they were admitted. Remember, all CODAP does is it just sorts your data points into bins. And then we can use these little tools like the count and the percent tool to answer the individual questions. So the first question was what percentage of applicants were admitted? So that means that yes, they were admitted. If we look, it's 127 out of the total there. So 127 is 32%. So 32% is the answer for the percentage of applicants who were admitted. Okay, so the next question says, of the students who were admitted, what was the most common GPA? So we're really going to be focusing in on this yes data, but we want to start to sort this yes data into the GPAs. So on the y-axis, we put GPA. Now we can start to see where these GPAs are. And if we zoom here, you can see that pretty overwhelmingly, the most common GPA for students who were admitted was a 4.0 or a 4. So the most common GPA for students who were admitted was a 4.0. Okay, question 6 then is asking, what is the lowest GRE score for a student who was admitted? What's the highest GRE score for a student who was not admitted? So we don't care about GPA anymore. We're now focused on the GRE, which is like the SAT, but for college, for going to grad school. And now that we have these sorted, we can actually kind of look. So we can see, it looks like the lowest GRE score for a student who was admitted was a 300. So lowest for admitted is 300. And the lowest that was denied, we have to go over to the no column. And the lowest that was denied was a 220. So not that much lower. So maybe this school or maybe this applicant who had that GRE score of a 300, maybe they had some other really good things on their resume. Like maybe they had some GPA that was really high, or maybe they had a class rank that was really high, or a good recommendation. But this student here, really low GRE score, did not get admitted, probably didn't have as high of a GPA, didn't have any of those other things. Okay. So we can move on to the last question then, which is what is the most common quartile rank for applicants who were not admitted? So if we switch this to the rank, again, we can still see it's filtered by yes, admitted, and no, not admitted. And then we're just looking for what's the most common quartile rank for applicants who were not admitted. So comparing the 1, 2, 3, and 4, looks like the most common quartile rank for students who were not admitted was the second quartile. So that would be between the 25th and the 50th percentile. So the most common quartile rank for applicants not admitted is 2, the second quartile. And that's it. So hopefully this little tutorial here gave you an idea of what you're going to be expected to know how to do in CODAP, and how to kind of sort through some of this data. See you at the exam.